James Gunn, who is just out there doing the Lord's work as his new head of the DC film creative department there, by debunking the rumor that Jacob Elordi, they thought he was going to be Superman. Everyone and their mother on the internet assumed this guy was going to be Superman, and the rumor grew out of control until Gunn came in and dealt with it. And man, isn't it great to have someone in power who doesn't let these big crazy DC rumors grow out of control?
I've loved seeing just like scoopers and like people who like thrive on just making shit up and like go to my Patreon to see this latest scoop and all that. Just like completely lose all credibility just from him just saying, yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
Fuck
you're
off.
wrong. Yeah, you're wrong. What do you know? What are you talking about? Shut the hell up. It's so beautiful because, I mean, that's been a real problem with the DC films in general. They let stupid rumors be taken as fact for so long, and then they get disappointed and pissy when those things turn out to not be true.
Yeah, they start like believing it's going to be true, and anything other than that is just complete bullshit and crappy. And yeah, if it's not that, then yeah, it's disappointing.
Like, we saw this just recently when everyone was so certain that Henry Cavill was going to be at Comic-Con, when everyone was so certain, and then it turned out to not be true, and then they were all pissed off. When it's like, but it was your rumor, you started it.
Yeah.
Can't be too upset by it. But yeah, man, freaking James the Gunn living up to his name by shooting down all these fucking scoopers.
It's great. It's so good.
It's beautiful. Oh man, here's the thing. Who was that last scooper he told on who was being really dumb? What was the stupid rumor he was trying to stop, and it got retweeted like 100 times? Gunn being like, "No, I'm the director. You know, I'm like the head of this. Of course, I know what's right." Who was that guy? What was he saying?
I can't remember. I know he fucking hates. What's her name? Grace Randolph, because she continues to try and tell him how his movies are made and how and what's in his scripts that only he knows about, and
right, it all bleeds together. But hey, funny addendum to that guy. Yeah, it turns out he follows me actually.
Oh, really?
As I found out later, and I liked the Gunn tweet when Gunn was making fun of him.
Good.
And I'm like, oh, and he's still following me even after that? Right on.
Good. Fuck scoopers.
Yeah, I guess I'm just more likable than that. But yeah, this guy, I had to look up who this Jacob guy was, because again, you know, I watch a lot of TV after the fact. I never heard of his name. No. I guess he's one of those guys in Euphoria, which is one of those shows that I say I'm going to start soon.
I keep seeing people say, like, that's a good show, but everything I see about it, I'm like, this is definitely not for, like, my age bracket.
Again, it's like, you know, it's the super, you know, stylish, sexed up, you know, show for kids and everything.
Yeah,
and by
like,
kids, I mean
too
like
old
teenagers.
For this.
Again, you know, we're guys in our 30s, but like I'm a guy in my 30s who's very much like, no, I'm still cool. I'm still down with the kids. I still know what's hip. I can watch the Euphoria, or at least give it a try. I guess he was in those 3 Kissing Booth movies. Deep Water that's coming out later this year. Oh, he was in Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Oh, really?
And he's from Australia.
Oh, okay. Oh, that'll be why I haven't heard of him.
Yeah, he's from Brisbane.
Oh, that's where I live.
There you go. Gotta cut him down. You know, these damn Brisbanes think they're too good for their hometown, trying to be Superman. tall poppy motherfucker. Let's cut him down. But yeah, so that was the rumor for this kid. And yeah, I mean, I guess he's got a good jawline for it. I can understand why, you know, they think in pictures that he might be right. I haven't seen any of his acting, so I can't really, you know, confirm one way or another.
Yeah.
I guess a better question is, you know, because we're getting to that time now where James Gunn has fully admitted that he's writing a new script, and we will be getting a new Superman soon. Who would we like to see as new Superman?
Complete unknown.
Yeah, do you think that's the way we need to go? We need to go complete unknown with no baggage?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Cavill kind of was an unknown. He was in maybe like 1 or 2 movies before that.
Yeah.
You think I think we need to like go unconventional? It's like, you know, who's big on Broadway right now? You know, who's in the stage currently that no one knows?
No, I don't know any Broadway people.
No, neither do I. You know, who's... I mean, if the Marvel thing is any indication, maybe they'll cast someone from Canadian television, because if you've been on Canadian television in the last 5 years, you've been earmarked to play superheroes.
That's true.
I'm looking here right now on one of the bigger websites when they're talking about fan casting. Ironically, Matt Bomer is still very much at the top.
He's like he'd be like pushing mid-40s at the moment.
Yeah, and I get the feeling if we're doing another Superman, we gotta cast young.
Oh yeah, well I think Gunn's already said it's going to be younger Superman, just so like they can have them for as long as they can.
Yeah. Someone else saying Jack Whitehall. I don't hate it.
Isn't he a comedian?
I don't know. Is he? I've heard of the name. I don't know what he does, but yeah, I mean, Superman can be a little funny. And again, it's Gunn who does a lot of unconventional casting. He cast Chris Pratt when he was mostly only known for comedy and waited for him to get slimmed up for the role.
That's true. That's true.
Again, if you can make someone laugh, maybe you can save people, This must be a really old list, too, because I'm also seeing frickin' Tyler Hoechlin on here, too.
Yeah, he's already Superman.
I'm like, hey, he's already Superman. You can't sneak in here, Tyler. You can't be Superman twice. I mean, if I had my way, you could. Some fun colorblind cast here. Someone also said Jonathan Majors on this list, and I'm like, I think he's a little busy, but I agree.
He's a little busy, but yeah, I think he'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he can be both. Why not? Someone's got John Krasinski on here. I mean, I guess he ain't gonna be Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson is too many things.
Yeah, and he might be James Bond next.
Exactly. That's the hot rumor now that he might be James Bond. And you know what? I just saw him in Bullet Train the other week, and I'm like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
I don't hate it. He wears a suit. He wear a good suit. And also, too, I don't think it matters who you cast in the next James Bond movie. Just, make them fun. Don't make 5 movies and have only 2 of them be good.
Yeah, don't make him serious.
Yeah, don't make them so serious and don't make them so up their own ass. That's annoying. Someone said Nicholas Hoult. Yeah. In the right light. In the right light.
In the right light.
In the right light. Again, he kind of breaks what you're saying about going unknown, and I think you're absolutely right. I think we should go unknown.
Whoever is going to be cast is not going to be good enough for some people, so yeah.
No, of course. And, usually... But then again, that's always been the case for these casting. Everyone's hated who was cast as Batman until they saw him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, very true.
So at least if they cast an unknown, as we said, there's less baggage about it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I hope they get someone good. I hope they get someone who, embodies the spirit of Superman that we've all wanted to see.
Well, yeah, again, it's going to be written by James Gunn, so automatically it's going to be really good.
Yeah, which is funny because, so many of James Gunn's things have all been about, anti-heroes usually, people with problems and everything and, great darknesses in them. So it will be interesting to see his take on, just a good, pure, moral, upstanding guy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he brings to it. And again, as we've seen in all this other stuff, humor and humanity. And if he can bring humor and humanity to some very inhuman characters, then yeah, imagine what he can do for a guy where that's the whole deal.
Yeah, that's what that's really excited me about that, because he does those great sort of wholesome fun moments really well in all his things.
I mean, if he can find the inner good guy and hero in Bloodsport and Peacemaker and all these other characters.
Yeah.
Which, if anything, there is a beautiful Superman idea attached to all of his movies, and that is there is a hero inside us. You just need to be able to bring it out.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that people can ultimately surprise you, and that a lot of people deep down are good.
Yeah.
As the chat's saying, too, hey, what about that Black Superman movie with Ta-Nehisi Coates? Is that still happening? I don't know. We haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
I hope it is, because I like I said, I have been writing a history of Black Superman video for a while, and I'll still probably release it one way or another, but I'd sure like it to coincide with a movie.
It would be pretty good, yeah.
I mean, if the Batverse can be a thing, if, the Robert Pattinson Batman verse, which by the sounds of it might very well still just be in its own little side universe, I don't see why we couldn't have one with Superman. But, I mean, I guess maybe turn in one good Superman movie that everyone likes first before you start experimenting.
Exactly, yeah. You make sure it's a proven franchise, I guess, yeah.
Because, I mean, anything Ta-Nehisi Coates does with a Black Superman, I think, is obviously going to be different enough and, eye-catching enough for people to be like, all right, let's take a look at this. And, hey, we got Val Zod there coming back in, what is it, in the Superman book currently.
Yep.
And you have to wonder, are they doing that just because Joshua Williamson really wants to do something with the character, or is it because they are planning for a certain level of synergy?
I guess we'll find out.
I guess we'll find out. Either way, it's a great time to be a Superman fan. Nothing but potential from the movies. Got a lot of really excellent books going on right now, and maybe even some more interesting, more experimental movies as well.
Yes, it's about bloody time.
Yeah, I guess in the comments section too, tell us who do you think Superman should be? What are some names? What are some real outside the box things? People from like different disciplines, or here's some people from, like we said, from like Broadway or from like comedy movies or shit.
Yeah, I can't really think of like anyone that like immediately stands out to me, which I guess is good because that's also sort of the point of Superman as well.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't think of any actor that really stands out that hasn't already been fan cast to death.
It's true. And and maybe we're doing it backwards too, Matt. We keep thinking about like who would be a good Superman, when really what we should be thinking is who would be a good Clark Kent is the thing.
Exactly.
Because it's you will believe a man can fly. Maybe the problem with the whole Man of Steel cycle is they spent too much time focusing on the Superman character and the Superman aspect of it. We didn't get to spend enough time with Clark, and really in any good Superman story, it should be 50-50, and like we should know and understand Clark as a person as to help us better understand Superman as a hero.
Exactly. That was the thing missing from Superman for so long, that they just completely ditched the Clark Kent persona, more or less.
Yeah. Who's a good nebbishy journalist guy, who's like an actor like that who we can just get to work out super hard. That's what we need to do. We need to find like, some friggin', small nebbishy guy, and we'll just, get him to work out really hard and have him be Superman.
We'll put him through the Kumail Nanjiani swole pipeline. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Get him on that Kumail Nanjiani friggin' workout plan, which, goddamn, have you seen him? That dude is just like us, Matt. He started doing a podcast and stand-up comedy. He's just like us. And all it took was just work out like it's his job.
Yeah.
And I love he even said that, like, in interviews and stuff, where it's like, look, guys, this is absolutely an unattainable body shape, I assure you. I worked out like it was my job because, like, a major studio paid me a shit ton of money for it. I also promise I'll be fun and interesting again when this is all done. And I'm like, I love you, Kumail. Thank you. You keep doing you, man.